Well, I am so excited to be here with Roberta Wilhelm. She is the executive director of Girls Inc. Roberta, it's so good to see you, and thank you for joining me today.
Hey, I'm thrilled to be here.
All right, well, before we get into, you've got a major event coming up, but let's just talk a little bit about Girls Inc. And who do you serve, kind of the mission behind the organization.
Sure. So the mission overall is to inspire the girls we serve to grow up strong, smart, and bold, which we look at as healthy, educated, and independent. So we're working with girls ages 5 to 18, and then some young women also through college or trades or transitioning to independent living as well. So It's quite a broad range. It's pretty much a young girl's life, basically. We work with girls from North and South Omaha, from anywhere in the community, but those are the girls that we focus on.
Yeah. And I have to ask you, I mean, how long have you been the executive director? I mean, this has been a long, not a long journey, but yeah, you've been there for a while.
I have been there for a while. I've been there 17 years, and the girls who were 5 when I started are college seniors now.
Yeah.
So it is a young girl's lifetime, basically. Yeah. Or growing up period. So these little kindergarten girls that I met when I started are now getting ready to graduate college.
Yeah. And this is a little, talking about the event coming up, but things have changed over the last 17 years. Am I correct in saying things have changed and things actually have not changed? I mean, kind of in the issues and what you're dealing with?
Yeah. So Girls Inc., just even historically, which it started in the 1860s in the United States, has had to change to evolve with the changing needs of the girls. But the girls, the part that doesn't change is the girls are the front and center. They tell us what their needs are. We listen to them. Their voices matter. They're a big part of what we do at Girls Inc. And so regardless of what's going on in the community and society and the world, we're trying to focus in on those voices of the girls that we're serving and adapt the programs, adapt adults to the girls rather than vice versa.
Yeah. And you have a physical location. And what's the address?
Well, we have one at 45th and Maple and one at 30th and S. And we have also a transitional housing on North 65th Avenue. So we have a couple of facilities. The biggest one is 45th and Maple.
Okay. And how have things during COVID-19, because you've had to adjust a little bit, I just want to chat a little bit about that.
Sure. So initially we went fully remote, and it was, we started a pilot with 7 girls to see how it went. And the next week we had 27, and then the next week 127, and it just built from there. Now we're doing a combination of remote programming as well as proctoring, basically girls who are 100% remote learners for public school, or girls who are going on the 3-2 model. On the days when they're not in school, they can come to Girls Inc. and we'll help them get their logged on and stay engaged with school during the day, do the work they're supposed to do, as well as have fun programming when they don't have to be logged on.
Yeah. Yeah, so many different changes, especially, over the last 7 to 7 months. You've always been, Girls Inc. has been such an important organization in this community for so many years, and then having to pivot, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, we're trying to stay nimble because it's back and forth right now.
Yeah.
But we're also taking supplies to girls' homes. We're taking cleaning and hygiene supplies, hand sanitizer, masks, birthday bags, Snackalicious, which the girls used to get once a week in the centers. It's a big deal.
And is that a way for the community to give back to you? Or is that a way to support you to either drop off items? Or, I think, cash is having financial funding, then you can go out and buy those things. But let's just talk before we get into the event a little bit about how, because the community is wanting to support nonprofits.
Sure. We can definitely use the support. We've been really grateful for the outpouring of craft supplies, hygiene supplies, cleaning supplies, clothing, you name it, school supplies that we've been able to take to the girls, yoga mats, yoga, mindfulness right now during this stressful time is so important. And the girls, we can do it with them virtually, but they need to have those things in their homes in order to participate in an art class or a STEM workshop or a yoga class. So those type of donations are wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that, because you know what, for families that want to like contribute goods, I mean, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I would love to go buy a yoga mat or two.
Okay, well,
and
do
drop
it.
off. Yeah. I mean, that was not something that I would even think about. So yeah. So really good information. All right. You've got Lunch for the Girls event coming up. This has been, what is the year?
20 years of Lunch for the Girls. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And you have an amazing speaker. It's going to be virtual. But let's talk about the speaker, because, oh my goodness.
Right. So this year it's Gloria Steinem, the iconic feminist author, political activist, speaker. We're really thrilled. She's someone who has been very active in the women's movement, gender equity, but also racial equity as well, and amplifying the voices of Black women in the movement, in addition to her own and those of white women. So she's a really cool, timely speaker right now.
Yeah. All right. And so you had to pivot, like, I think every nonprofit, I won't even say every other one, every nonprofit this year had to either decide to have their event or to reschedule or postpone or cancel, so to speak. But this is a virtual event that's coming up in November.
Yes, we like to say you'll have the best seat in the house. Everyone gets a front row seat to this event, which is nice. You'll still see the girls. They'll be doing some program sharing. They'll be interacting with Ms. Steinem. They'll be having a moderated conversation with her. So you're going to see live streaming of the girls and Ms. Steinem, which I think is very cool, rather than just taping something she did at another time. This is in real time, and it's an hour, so you'll be in and out over your lunch hour, and we're hoping that it makes it more accessible. There's no travel, there's no parking, you just get in and out. And
also there's no seating limitation. So
right.
You know, this is typically an event that has 1,200, 1,500. I mean, this is a big event, but now you could have 3,000 people.
That's right. And from anywhere, right? From across the country. So
So the event, I'm looking on your website. I'm like switching over to computer. So it's November 16th from 12 to 1. And then people can register.
Yes, through our website. Through www.girlsincomaha.org. Just go to the website and go to special events. You can register very easily online. And if you have any questions, you can call Girls Inc. And I'll give you email of my assistant, Ms. Shannon, because she's awesome and helps everyone with every detail. So if you have any trouble, she'll help you.
And then registration is open up until?
Well, probably until right up close to the event. I'm sure we'll have to shut it down just to manage the logistics, but it'll be right before the event.
I mean, and I always encourage people, don't wait until the very last minute, please. You know.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And register now. But again, I am so excited for this event, and to hear Gloria to just talk about, you know, everything that she is just so passionate about and expertise, you know, in her conversations with people. And again, I just want to thank you. I mean, rather than cancel or say we'll postpone this till next year or whatnot, this is the way to go, because we need this information and we need this kind of, you know, these events to continue on.
And the girls need us.
Absolutely. So last question. Okay, we talked a little bit. Is there any way else that people can support the community to support Girls Inc.?
Well, definitely things, as we talked about earlier. The day of the event, we have 2 local restaurants that are doing fundraisers for us, Big Mama's and Best Burger. And Best Burger is also co-owned by one of our alums, Ashley Spivey. So that's kind of cool.
Ashley's great.
For her to give back as well. But Yes, advocacy, check us out, our social media, help amplify the girls' voices. When they have messaging that they want to put out, we love for folks to do that. We're looking for volunteers to help us organize cleaning and hygiene supplies. There are lots of ways to participate.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, have people reach out to your website, girlsincomaha.org. And I know I'm looking at it now. There's so much information on this website, how people can help you. And thank you again for joining me. And I'm so excited for this event. So
great. Looking forward to it.
Yep, we'll see you there. All right. Thanks, Roberta.
Thanks.